Hello everyone, and welcome to the PenguinMod Anniversary Celebration. My name is Anonygous, and I am an event manager as well as a website moderator for PenguinMod. I've been using PenguinMod for around 2 years, and I can say that if you're looking to make cool projects but don't want to commit to learning how to code, PenguinMod is the way to go. Now, let's get into the first segment. This Q&A was hosted on our Discord server. If you're at least 13 years old and would like to participate in future events like this, please join. There will be a link in the description. Most of these questions will be answered by PenguinMod's developers, but some developers were unable to provide a voice recording, so I will read them off. Why did you create PenguinMod?
PenguinMod was originally created as a sort of in-house game engine for a project I was working on in TurboWarp, a clone of the game Cell Machine by Sam Hogan. PenguinMod was not originally intended for the use of the public, however this was eventually changed and PenguinMod became as popular as it is today.
Why the name PenguinMod?
Funnily enough, I was actually the one who coined the name PenguinMod. It was a play on my username, FreshPenguin112, which was in use long before PenguinMod was a thing.
Did the developers know each other before PenguinMod?
I only knew Jeremy Gamer 13 and Fresh Penguin 112 from scratch for Discord prior to working with PenguinMod.
A couple of us developers did know each other before PenguinMod. Like, I knew Redman13 from scratch for Discord, and I also knew Fresh Penguin from that as well. Ian or God also knew Fresh because they worked on projects together, so all of us did genuinely know each other, but it was just mixing us all together into one project.
What was PenguinMod initially like?
The early days of PenguinMod were very strange. We had a lot of colors that were left over from TurboWarp, but a lot of blocks were only in extensions, a lot of them were broken also, and many typical features that you might use in every single project now in PenguinMod were just not even possible for us to add into the PenguinMod editor yet. Some of them were not added for a very long time.
How is PenguinMod programmed?
PenguinMod is primarily programmed in JavaScript with extensions to that language such as Svelte, React, and Node.js being used for Home, Studio, and the API respectively. There are other languages, namely Go and Python, which we use for building the site and distributing announcement notifications as well.
What's with all the server outages?
We've had 2 major outages, or being around 9 months in total, and a lot of small, minor outages along with that. PenguinMod's server originally was ran on Replit. This is a terrible solution and should never be done, ever. But we then moved to hosting our server on a machine that we were graciously allowed to use. Unfortunately, this server happened to be in Australia, so it was pretty slow for most of our user base. Even worse, it was in a house. This led to a lot of issues, including house fires, the power being cut, internet being cut, etc. It also made backups painfully slow, with it being in Australia, up to 10 hours long for just 45 gigabytes of data. Eventually, the server host was starting to become less and less available, and we hadn't been able to make a successful backup in a while. This was made worse as the place where our other backups were became corrupted. We still have been unable in getting that data back. So after that, we had our first major outage. We could have hosted our server somewhere else, but we were really worried that our code just was not stable enough to support such a large user base. For context, we have 20,000 accounts right now, so it's a lot. And so our quest to rewrite the server began. And by our quest, I mean my quest. After 10 months of working, from January to October 2024, I've mostly finished writing it. I wrote over 35,000 lines of code, learned multiple technologies new to me, but in the end, it worked. On November 10th, 2024, the new server went up. There were a truckload of bugs, but we had a server, so it was all right. Things went pretty good for a while, but they were not perfect. We were running out of storage. We had around 93 gigs out of 100 used up. So we did successfully move that to external storage, which cost money. I didn't learn this until after I did that, but apparently we had around 60 gigabytes of logs, which is insane. But we still were able to move 30 gigabytes of project asset data, so like sounds, images, onto our external storage. Unfortunately, 2 days later, the server stopped responding. I couldn't access it. I couldn't even log into my account with our server host. We still don't know why this happened. I have a couple theories. I think it's either 30 gigabytes, which got moved like instantaneously, so that might have triggered some alarm with them, or it's because we are using a ton of traffic, like a terabyte per month. We don't really know. But what we do think is that if we, instead of using a free service, we paid for a server, that wouldn't have happened, which is what we do now. So after this happened, we had our second major downtime. This was shorter. It was, I don't know, 4 months. It was from January to April of this year. And then on April 2nd, 2025, our server went back up. This server is paid. We pay a lot of money for it, but it's nice because we don't have to worry about it going down ever. Now, if you would like us to keep a server up, it would be great if you could donate. You can do so at penguinmod.com/donate.
Why did you add new blocks to existing categories?
We added a lot of new blocks into the existing categories because there wasn't really a reason for you to just import every single extension ever to have access to one convenient block that you might use in every single project. So a lot of the generic blocks that you'll use every single project are just thrown into the normal categories so that they're easier for you to use without having to import a bunch of extensions.
Is PenguinMod being changed to the new compiler?
PenguinMod will eventually be updated to use a new compiler, but we're busy working on a lot of things behind the scenes to make sure that PenguinMod is actually able to use some of the newer turbo warp features.
When is the offline desktop app being released?
We haven't worked on the offline desktop app because we're all pretty busy, and our biggest focus right now is to update the project sharing site to be a lot easier for us to update and add new features to. This will let us make more updates quicker, and eventually once that's done, we'll be able to focus on making our offline desktop app.
How did PenguinMod get so big?
After PenguinMod became publicly available, I think some of the biggest ways we gained users were through Discord and Scratch forums. We used to have a Scratch forum post for PenguinMod. We don't anymore. I think the initial reason for that is because we openly linked to Discord, which is not allowed. Then some of the other biggest reasons are word of mouth, obviously, and we have had a couple big YouTubers post about PenguinMod on YouTube, and their videos got a lot of views, which helped us a lot.
What is the most viewed PenguinMod project?
Currently, that would probably be some random game, but I don't think that's a fun answer. So we're going to talk about the previous server. Now, the previous server lasted between October and January, so not too long, but the most viewed project had, I think, above 20,000 views. So you might wonder, how is that possible? Well, there was a bug where it would count a project just loading on a page, so, the front page, as a view. And now this was really important because the first project uploaded on the server was there for everyone, and it quickly got featured because we had the feature limit pretty low. This caused it to get a ton of views, and then because it got featured, it got even more views because it was on that page for even longer. And now this project is Sigma Clicker by Anon and Goose, which you can find on the current server at projects.penguinmod.com/sigma.
What are your favorite PenguinMod projects? How do you pick website moderators? The forum is released inside the Discord server whenever we need more web mods. In the forum, you will prove your ability as a web mod. We will then pick some number of people from that forum who we believe did the best and give them the position. The requirements are primarily just that you understand the rules and will administer correct punishment for rule-breaking projects. When is the next Penguin Jam? So we try to do a Penguin Jam seasonally. There's no exact date for each one. There's a large gap between each Penguin Jam because if it was just one after another, it wouldn't feel special. We want the Penguin Jams to feel like a pretty cool event that the entire community can just sink their teeth into, make a cool project, and in a couple weeks or so. Fun fact, the name Penguin Jam was thought up by Joe, the owner of the server, in 10 seconds. What are some planned extensions you have in store?
So as of right now, we're working on a lot of extensions on and off. It's a bit of a mess, but notably, we have a better physics extension being worked on. Hopefully it has less bugs, but it will support more shapes other than the square. We also have the 3D extension and the extensions that pair with it. You've probably seen it in live tests, but it probably will be rewritten and scrapped. Yeah. We also have some. We're also planning on extensions that work with operating system APIs, such as files and folder reading. On top of that, some animation extensions and possibly even an iterator extension that works similarly to array filtering and array mapping, stuff like that.
Will there be a 3rd anniversary badge? We regret to inform you that Pang, our beloved mascot, has disappeared on his birthday. We didn't make this cake for nothing, so we need to find a new Pang to celebrate in his place, and we're recruiting all of you to find one. In this project, we've given you the necessary tools to make your own Pang. Inside, you will find sprites showing off your Pang as well as a presentation template. Remix our project or use the tag #PangIsDead in your project, and add your own elements to make sure your Pang stands out among the rest. We'll sort through all of your submissions and select a Pang based on these criteria. 1. The backstory, 2. The design, and 3. The flourish, or any extra things added to the project that make it shine. If you submit a unique Pang, we'll thank you with a special 3rd anniversary badge. If your Pang is selected, you will be awarded a special Pang badge. I found a message from Pang himself before he went missing. Let's see what it says.
Help me! Help! 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 Somebody help me! Ah!
Silly Pang. Before Pang went missing, he tried to make a project, but it turned out all buggy and he couldn't figure out how to fix it. You need to help Pang by remixing his project and fixing his game, as well as adding your own unique additions. Some things Pang wanted before he vanished were a scoring system, a scrolling background, save data, and anything you want. Be creative. You can make this game into whatever you want. When we find Pang, he will upload the best project as voted on by the community, and the creator will receive a special badge from Pang as a thank you. Also, all participants will receive a special 3rd anniversary badge. And now it's time for the project showcase. Fellow event managers Alpacally and Funster will be joining me, as well as developers Jeremy, Ian, and Godslayer KP. Now first, I want to hear from Alpacally.
Hello.
I just want an introduction, tell me about yourself, etc, etc.
Hello everybody, my name is Alpacally, and we are playing Too Much Toast. This has been recommended a lot.
About yourself.
Alpacally.
Yes, that. Okay, Funster.
Hello, I'm Funster. I make music, I make games. I'm an event manager at PenguinMod, and I'm here to have fun, I guess.
Oh yeah. Alright, Ian.
Server developer, so I wrote the API and things.
Explain that more. What's an API?
So like it controls, right, if you want to make an account, it goes to the API. Want to upload a project, goes to the API. Want to play a project, you got to get it from the API. All that stuff.
Alright, Jeremy.
Hello, I'm Jeremy. I used to do a lot for the website, but now I just sit here and wait until the day that I can make something cool.
He also
And-
pays for stuff.
And I spend money.
Ears. And GSP.
Hello, I'm Godslayer AKP. I am a developer. I develop
Like,
What do you develop?
PenguinMod.
What
I develop
part?
front
Yes.
end, really only.
You develop.
I don't know.
he works on the website.
You make stuff on the website. You used to make.
And that
a lot of
transitions us
extensions.
smoothly onto Too Much Toast. Isn't this game great?
I've never actually played this.
We have Too Much Toast.
Okay.
No,
Oh,
ad.
So what's the goal in this game?
So much toast.
You got toast?
Well, version 3.2 is out. Let's show off our turbo mode. Huh? 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 Huh?
Nothing
Oh,
has
it's not
changed.
going any faster.
I love turbo mode! Yeah, baby!
You know what I've all? You know what
You should
I've
click the
always
full screen
wondered?
button.
Oh yeah, full
Well,
screen.
why
Mode.
is
Look at
there a
that,
safe-
full screen. Holy mokes.
Why can't you save
Shut
your game
up.
with Google?
You can, in this game, you can save your game with Google. So
I'm
if
not gonna
you
save my
wanna
game
play
with
on,
Google
like,
because that's
another
gonna dox me.
device.
Hold up.
You should save your game with Google.
Bang. What in the world?
Yes.
Put jam.
Oh,
Put jam on them.
in
Put
this,
jam on
Put
them.
jam on the toast.
Oh.
in this game,
Put jam on the toast.
Just put
if you leave your toast out for too long, it loses value.
Man, you
Oh
don't want to leave your
no.
toast out till
Oh,
it turns
no.
cold, bro.
Super hyper realistic bread.
Nice.
That's what you come here for.
Alpacally.
Mhm.
What is your favorite feature in Penguin Mod?
I like the like how you can change the screen size, and I think that's part of Turbo Warp, but I like that part.
Monster, what
I'm
about
sorry.
you?
I'm sorry.
So, what I personally like about Penguin Mod is that it has a lot of useful, like, built-in blocks rather than me having to add extensions. It's already built in to the things like switch case blocks. Those are nice to use. Like the new join blocks, those are also nice. Just quality of life features like those. That's cool.
Ian, what was your favorite feature to like implement?
Well, I'll start with my least favorite, which was OAuth, which is like sign in with Google, sign in with Scratch, sign in with GitHub. That was a pain. I hated it. My favorite feature, probably the account creation thing, because we didn't have that in the previous server, so it's really fun to be like making new features.
Right, Jeremy, what about you?
What did I? Oh, I liked making the homepage menus. They were good.
Years.
Yeah.
That's where it's done for.
Okay,
I mean,
what
like
about
basically all of them.
what about GSP?
I think my most favorite thing would have to be extension, making the internal extensions, because some of them do some pretty ridiculous things that you wouldn't have been able to do otherwise. Like the unfinished canvas one that I was supposed to finish. I forgot about that one.
This was
That was such a clean segue.
I know, right? You couldn't
That's why
even
you're the host
tell.
of this.
Oh, see, it has transition right here, as proof.
It's a long one too. That's how
Yeah.
you know it's good.
I know, it was a long transition.
Right. So what do you do in this game?
Make sure you gotta
You
catch
don't
all the
lose any
marbles.
of the marbles.
No, you're losing him.
I'm not losing them.
Don't lose it,
You
bro.
lose him.
You're losing them.
All right,
You're losing him.
Losing all
Goose.
your marbles.
Ian.
What's it?
What is your favorite project that you've seen so far?
I really loved Sigma Clicker. Now that's kind of a
Sigma-Clicker.
terrible.
What is that?
It was this great project that went out actually before the server went up, and I put it on there early.
Oh, you put it on there early.
You lose him. Oh.
You put it on
I
there
allowed
early.
the project creator to put it on there
Ah,
early.
yes, yeah.
And
Explain why you like Sigma Clicker so much.
oh yeah, it's just very addicting. I also showed it to my friends and they liked it too. So
Oh,
it was just
yes,
a fun
of
game.
course. I showed it to my art teacher and she had a heart attack. Funster!
Can I say my favorite game?
No, Funster.
Oh.
Cash clicker, because my buddy made it and I helped him with a few things with it, but it's so far like just from like a simple project that was just meant for his friend, and then it grew to this like community where people are just like having fun with the twist on the clicker aspect. So that's nice. That's what I like about it.
Ooh.
You're losing all your marbles.
Hey, you know what? What's your favorite project, huh? Brit?
What? Me?
Yeah.
Well, I like this one project. There's a penguin, and there's and the penguin. He stands still. I had to delete the project because it was a blank project. But that was my favorite.
Godslayer, what's your favorite project?
My favorite project is Purgatory. I think it has really good art and music, and that's why I like it the most.
I haven't seen that one.
You haven't seen Purgatory? Oh my goodness! See
Wait,
Purgatory
maybe
now.
I've forgotten.
Keep Hidden is next. Oh, I like
This is my
one.
favorite. I know. I know. It's
I
the
like
blank
this one. I
project.
like
My
this one.
favorite.
I
Can I
like this
explain
one.
like
What?
funny story while you play the game of surrounding this project?
Oh, I've got a funny story.
Let's
Yeah,
let's hear Fonsters first.
Okay, so
Okay.
I was at my cousin's house. That was just when this Penguin Jam ended. Was this for the spring or summer jam? Spring, right?
Spring.
It's a good
Right.
story.
So basically, we were looking at the rankings or the official project, and this showed up, and I was like, "Hey, Elle, you should play this." And she was like, "Okay." And then she was
Jeez.
she was like really invested in it. And then I'm pretty sure she got caught by the monster and she like jumped out of her seat.
How do I enter the vents?
So
Oh, do I not have
you
them
need
unlocked
a
yet?
wrench.
I don't think
Oh,
we
I
can
have
go
to
in
unlock them
I think it's a
first.
wrench.
I'm pretty sure this won a Penguin Jam the one time, right? The spring one?
Yeah, I think it did.
Yeah, this won the spring
Yeah.
Penguin Jam.
yeah.
So I have a question for all the developers. Let's start with Ian first. Ian, what was the most chaotic bug you've ever encountered?
You know, that'd be kind of hard because I'm actually just a really good programmer.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
know
think
how
the
first
most
one-
memorable bug I can think of is I explained this in the Q&A, but it was like views were counted terribly. So it would just count if a project was loaded on a page as a view. So it ended up with projects getting like tens of thousands of views. And that was kind of funny because it actually took me a while to figure out because I wasn't, I just thought the projects were getting a lot of views. But no, they were just getting loaded a lot.
Jeremy, what about you? What's the most chaotic bug?
There was like a block in the pen extension that would move the pen layer around, and sometimes if you used it a lot, it would just corrupt the entire project, and you wouldn't be able to open it ever again.
ESP, what about you?
Probably the tabs add-on that is now obliterated because of this bug, because it would randomly delete blocks without any reason or explanation. You just do it. Did it to me once and never again, and I couldn't figure out why or how.
Cool. Cool.
Give me your opinions. Go on.
My opinions?
Yeah.
My opinion is we move to the next question. Oh. If you could add, like, any update to PenguinMod at all, what is your dream update idea?
So I've been meaning to add studios for a while because those are like really
Glad you
cool
felt good.
and they don't add many other extra problems of like moderation or anything. It just would take me a while. So that'd be really fun to add. Really cool and fun.
Jeremy, what about you?
I want to finish the 3D extension. I want to make it have tabs. It's like a 3 editor and everything.
GSP?
To figure out why the tabs add-on was just randomly deleting blocks. Like, I want that add-on to exist and work. It doesn't, because it kept deleting blocks.
Hey, you should tell us what the tabs add-on is / does.
Oh, whoops. The tabs add-on is an add-on that I made and removed recently. That lets you have tabs inside your code. So instead of just dumping all your code in one place, you could divide it into like, here's the renderer, here is the audio, here is the whatever else, and it all lives inside one sprite.
Cool.
Sounds pretty cool.
This game's really long.
I liked my way of saying cool better. I think you need that puzzle by the way from earlier.
Do I?
I think.
My puzzle
Oh.
pieces.
I'm just here.
Collect my puzzle pieces.
Well, you can figure out how the game ends yourself by playing the game. The link will be in the description. As well as like all of the other games too.
I'm terrible at this game. I always lose.
Apackley, what is your favorite extension?
My favorite extension, I think almost all of my projects use some form of either animated text or, I know this is your favorite extension, temporary variables.
No, continue.
I love temporary variables.
I know, right? Jeremy, what about you?
Yeah, I literally only use temporary variables.
But it's the best.
Well, okay. Well, what's your second favorite? How do I play the game again? Do I click?
I like tweening
Uh-oh.
because I made it.
Maybe I should have read how to play. Oh,
Yeah, read the instructions.
you can only aim to the right, so that's kind of unfortunate.
Yeah, that's the
Oh
that's
my
the
goodness.
annoying
Oh
part.
wow.
What are you doing?
What
I
are
hate
you
these
doing?
guys.
You suck.
Oh,
I know the drones are
Stop!
so hard to hit. Also, you're screwed.
They're really bad.
oh.
Whoa.
All right, let's
That
go to
was
the
wild.
second level. Ian. Ugh!
Yep.
What's your favorite part? What's your favorite part about the community?
Favorite part of the community. You know, I like when people are very creative, like about what they make, like not necessarily following a template or something, but coming up with a new novel idea, like this game right here. You know, it's you don't see this type of game very often, but it's fun. So I like when people do that, and even not just games,
About
like
not checking
just
a
ideas.
template. You should check the description of this video and follow our templates for the anniversary.
Yeah, that goes really well into our templates.
Yeah.
Please. Okay.
Just jump, okay?
Oh,
I'm.
Hold on, yeah, you're like a game journalist, bro. What are you doing,
Hide!
oh, not to mention the bullets.
bro? This is like some game journalist, dude. I'm watching the guy who played Cuphead, bro. What is this?
I'm glad we had
beating.
this
No, I'm
clip.
beating this now. No. I'm beating this
What?
now.
What?
I'm beating this now. Move. It's okay.
That's a camera extension, right?
Dude, you're gonna die.
What?
You got hit too much.
I'm beating
Hey, man,
this.
I think it's time to.
Alright,
No,
next game.
no,
Wait, did you
I'm
not
beating
beat it?
this.
I thought you went
Come
through the door.
Oh, he died last second. This whole
Oh.
section has to get cut out because I just made fun of it.
No.
No, we can keep it in.
Dude,
Stop,
what are you
moving out.
doing? What are you doing?
Oh man.
Bro, you're beating this game, right? You're beating it?
I'm beating it. I'm beating it. Packily, what's your favorite part about
Hey.
the community?
About the community, I really like. I like specifically during the Penguin Jams because you know we host those, and so it's cooler when a bunch of people can come together and all just work towards one big vision together. They all like interlock like a hive mind, like an evil hive mind, and I really like it.
Monster, what about you?
Interesting set of words. I honestly kind of find it charming, just like the daily projects. It's just like a bunch of kids like having fun making their own projects. It reminds me when I started off
Baby.
from scratch.
Okay, well he was answering.
Wait, what? No, I was locked in.
Your question was being answered. Okay, right. We're
No,
keeping
there
that
are
for
more
June.
important things going on.
Are you beating this whole game?
I'm beating the
You said you
entire
want to skip
game.
cutscenes.
Oh,
Skip the cutscene.
bad.
Yes, you're bad.
Oh.
There is a very loud sound cue going bum bum bum. I don't know, let me walk out.
No. Bang out.
Get behind that wall. Get behind that wall. Oh. Oh.
Dude,
All right,
I
let's
hit
move
too
on to
much.
co. In my
Yeah.
opinion, this is my favorite. This is my favorite Penguin Mod project right here.
This is one of the cooler projects.
Multiplayer only mode.
Which side am I on? Okay, I'm the evil guy.
You're evil. You're Mr. Evil.
Yep. Oh, my accuracy.
Does anybody know
Why
what's
is
going
that?
on in the
Yeah.
background? Or is that just happening?
We're in like an
That's
evil
not-
video game or something.
Yeah, the video game's like
Yeah,
taking
the
over, I
game's
think.
corrupting.
Whoa.
I'm looking in. Oh, have you got better accuracy? I'm gonna
Yeah, you did.
evil
Skill
you.
issue, bro.
Oh no, I'm being fried.
Skill issue.
Dude, you're bad.
Yeah,
I am bad. I can't go on.
Monopoly skill issued.
You gotta miss, bro.
Oh, I'm being fried.
A whole miss.
This is why I'm recording.
One whole miss, buddy.
They want to see good gameplay, not yours. Oh.
Oh no, did I miss again? Ah.
Yeah, you did. The viewers at home want to see you do good.
Why
not
is he
bad.
cracked? Why is he cracked at the game?
They want to see good footage. The people want to see the good player play.
Yeah, why are you so bad, dude?
Oh. I told you I haven't played Go Funk in a while.
Hey, that sounds like an excuse to me. Sounds like an excuse.
Maybe if I weep, I'll get like the sympathy vote from the.
Absolutely not.
I'm gonna cry harder than you.
My enemies? Oh,
You're
look at that! I did
so
sick,
bad.
and he's
I did,
purple. Which
anyway,
was
I did
the
sick.
best.
Did you do sick?
I did sick. I
Probably
got
not,
purple
'cause I
sick.
did
I got a
yeah.
purple sick.
No, I
got
got
purple sick.
I did sick. Yeah.
I got a
You know how
purple
much?
sick.
You know how sick I am?
You know how sick I am? I have the flu. I have the flu. I have the flu. That's how sick I am.
Well,
like
everyone said sick quick,
ignoring who made it. Save the Watermelon is the best game on Penguin Mod.
Can you scroll back up there quick?
I don't know. I haven't played it.
No. Alpacally. What is your favorite
Yeah.
thing about Save the Watermelon?
Well, okay. Well, this question seems a little bit weighted towards you, but
No. What?
I like the bosses and the bee decks where it gives the bees a lot of personality. So you when you shoot them down, it lets you really feel
yeah,
that
yes,
pain
yeah.
or something. I don't know. I don't know that.
Ian, what's your favorite thing about Save the Watermelon?
My favorite thing is the game. Cut my
Yes.
response
Yeah.
out.
Jeremy, what about you? What's your favorite thing about Save the Watermelon?
You skip.
Dude, I like it when the evil bee comes down and it gives you the super watermelon upgrade, and then it makes it so there's like a bunch of effects on the screen and they
I
explode
don't think that
everywhere.
happens.
Holy
Yeah, but yeah, his bosses I was talking about.
Funster, what is your favorite thing about Save the Watermelon?
Honestly, I like how you have different like boss versions of all the different types of flies.
What?
Shows very-
No, what did you just call that?
Flies? What are they? Bees?
These, bro.
Did you not check the bee decks? You don't know the save the
Those are
watermelon
fleet.
law.
Did you
Those are
just
flies.
call the bees flies? Is that
They are
He doesn't know the
flies.
law.
Oh, it's a megalodon. I don't know what you're talking about.
Look,
here?
that's
Let
not my
me
fault.
let me show you.
You
Let me
should've
show
conveyed
you
that
the
better.
bee index.
Let's talk about the bee.
Bee.
Yeah, no, bee. The stupidest of the
That's
bees.
the
only
This bee
yellow
moves
one.
in a straight line
There's
and
no
contributes
green
absolutely
bee.
nothing to the
Not
bee.
a fly. No, it's a bee, not a fly. Look at this.
It's
Bee.
fly.
Bee. Look at
It doesn't
this.
say
Ooh,
bee, this says
the
bee.
grooviest of
The
the
grooviest of
bees.
the bees.
Bees. They're all bees. They're not flies. Do you see a single description saying that it's a fly?
This went from playing projects to arguing over the save the watermelon law.
Does it?
Caffeinated. What is caffeinated?
You like this mode?
Yeah, I like
This game mode seems really good.
this game. That's so good. My logo's running away.
This game mode is really good.
This is the best thing about this is Penguin Mod, you know,
Right.
in its
This
definition.
is Penguin Mod.
This
You know,
is
I think
Penguin
we can. I think
We
we've
can
reached
make
our peak.
anything,
We can
and
start
I
wrapping
decided
up
to make
here.
it really
Dude, it's your own game and you literally letting them literally
No, we reached peak.
Dude, get the super watermelon upgrade, dude. You missed it.
No. See that 360?
Did you see that 360? That was what you would call a 360.
Yep.
So like,
Yep.
we can't even see your score.
Yeah, no, you can see the score right there. It's fine.
And it's saying
It's
save the
fine.
watermelon. Oh,
No,
sorry,
it's,
save the
it's
watermelon.
fine.
We
You
can
know what
start,
you know what it stands for. Hey, all my stuff. At least all my stuff is still on the screen. Usually it just goes off.
Ellie.
My timer's gone.
Well, the time is not really.
Uh oh. That's my
Timer's not really
okay.
I'm
This
losing
is-
the time.
The time is gone.
This timer's.
This
in a
is. I
different
guess
plane
this
of
can be the
existence.
final boss of the anniversary, or something.
The evil final
If you
boss.
can beat this, you save the
I saved
website.
Pang. The bees are
saved the-
holding Pang
You
hostage.
saved back.
Actually.
This is.
If you
That's
beat
what
this-
happened. My
no,
score is
no.
gone. I don't
If you-
have a score. My
If
watermelon
you beat
is
this, you
leaving.
really save the watermelon.
You're about to leave the screen.
My watermelon is leaving the screen.
Watermelon.
Hey, my score's coming back.
You're
My
just
score's
making
coming
a
back.
tactical
Look,
retreat.
my score's coming
Your
back.
scores. Oh, it is. Oh, wait.
Oh, look at that! I saved the
You
watermelon.
did it. You saved the watermelon.